Alright, so fam, so we are going to start off reading all of this. I know this is a super huge board. You guys have no idea how big it is. I came back from Sedona and I was like, I have to read this. And I'm literally like walking so you guys can get a gist of how big it is. It's as big as my couch. So I'm going to be doing these in small little spurts and chopping them together so you can read them. So we're going to start off here at the root chakra and then move our way all the way up. We already did the positive and negative of the card readings over there. So just check out that first video that I posted. It's public on YouTube, and then follow through the rest of these. Now these are the stages. We are right here. After stepping out of the Lion's Gate, we are right here at the root chakra. We're really vibrating, and we're slowly like somewhere right around here, okay? So we're like somewhere right around here, almost at the sacral chakra. So these are going to be some of the things that we're going to be learning in at this moment. All right, so at the root chakra, we have the Three of Swords. And basically, it's telling you that there are times when we know there's things that don't serve us very well, but we choose to hold on to them. And there are these new beginnings that need to happen that may hurt you a bit. It may be scary. It may not be what you actually want to do. But that resistance is a sign of getting closer to like this growth that is necessary there. And it's only you that can literally grab each one of those swords and pull them out of your own heart. It's only you when you decide that you're no longer going to play this dumb game of not serving yourself, that you're going to move forward and have a higher expectation in your reality, have a higher experience. It's this thing of just really recognizing that some things don't deserve to be in your life anymore, and it can be painful to let those things go, and it can be scary to let those things go. But like ultimately, you are your own healer, right? And if you know you have these things, doesn't matter what area of life it is that you're holding yourself back, you need to move forward. For me, it was realizing, I'm a people pleaser. Like I remanifested this because I was lonely. I didn't believe in my own power. You know what I mean? And I would keep like pushing things out. And it was very powerful. 3 tells you that you have the ability to create when you move these things out of your way. Now let's go to the sacral chakra. So at the sacral chakra, we have the whale and the chameleon. The whale is tied to the judgment card in regular tarot. And that came out earlier in our reading. So here we have it twice telling us that we need to have like this final judgment with our emotions. Whale medicine has to do with DNA medicine and ancient like wisdom itself. And it's also tied with this card to the throat chakra, which is truth and authenticity, okay? So you need to be truthful with yourself and others, be authentic in both polarities as well. Remember, we were talking about polarities at the main deck at the very top, and purifying ourselves. The way you purify yourself is by literally speaking your truth. It does not matter how that truth ends up coming out. You need to make sure that you speak that truth and you live that truth. That's the only thing that's going to authentically set you free. And that's one of the things that a lot of people do not focus on enough, is being truthful with your emotions. What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Why are you not doing that? And it's a moment for you to act. It's a moment for you to be like, yo, it is time to do what I need to do now. I have to do this now. They're constantly moving. They don't take no for an answer. They don't stop. They're powerful animals. They're tied to the ancestors. They're huge. They have a vibrant aura. And they're the ultimate judgment that's telling you, hey, what do you want? How do you access that? Okay? You need to have clarity by understanding yourself. The chameleon then tells you about like how you can use your clairvoyance and you can like adapt. The chameleon is for those opportunities of knowing that, okay, it's time to make a bold move. Both of those cards are telling you to do the same thing at your sacral chakra. You need to listen to your emotions. If you don't want to do something, don't bend your will to satisfy anyone else. Also, let yourself give in to new emotions that have summoned themselves inside of you, okay? Like, if you've noticed that, for instance, you feel a certain kind of way for somebody, you know, and that makes you feel uncomfortable, ask yourself why you feel uncomfortable with that. You know, if you dislike someone, or you end up, like, I don't know, even falling in love with someone, and it makes you feel some sort of resistance, why? Whale is tied to wisdom, okay? It's tied to this aspect of just knowing things, just like they're so old, right? So like you need to be in this position of recognizing where your emotions authentically are. The things at the root chakra are killing you at your heart base, and you have these swords that are so profound in your root chakra that you just need to pull them away. Are you afraid of loving somebody because of things that have happened in the past, or because you don't feel like you can be who you fully are? You need to make the shifts in your emotion and ask yourself why you're not doing that. And take a bold stance with a chameleon and say, no, I'm going to make that happen right now. I know the truth. I'm going to make that happen. And it's crazy because since I've been here in Detroit since Sedona, like, and I've only been here a day, I can really feel the land here is trying to like swallow me in the depression of all the people that are here. And that's not saying that everyone's depressed here or anything like that, but like the land, you know, has had so many people across time, and like it has so much history that there's like this depression energy in the land itself. It's not even the atmosphere, it's like the land, right? And you need to recognize that, okay, it's time to make a bold move. I've been telling this land, like, no, I'm staying high vibrational, leave me alone. I love the Sedona energy. I'm going to keep that vibration in my system. You're not swallowing me back. And I've been having that struggle literally all day. Like, it's like a fly that just flies in. That's going to be happening to you during the rest of this year. Your main focus is to be legit and get rid of all those swords that are in your heart chakra and your root chakra, really, in your heart organ. Like, this is a multidimensional aspect. Like, the heart itself is so powerful, and recognizing that, wow, you know, it's what kind of like gives us the potential to live and grow and feel certain kinds of emotions. And what are we not letting ourselves experience? And my whole aspect of Sedona, my whole trip came back to understand that love is everything. Love is all that there is, and that's what you got to be okay with, right? So what are you not doing that's allowing you to feel less love? Like, what are you doing that's restricting you from love, is what I'm trying to say. What emotions are those? You have to make a bold move past them and be honest about that. And that's exactly what happened as well when I was in Sedona. I got asked real serious questions by the spirits, by my ancestors. Like, why are you doing this, Axel? How do you actually feel about this, Axel? It was grilling time. Like, some of the questions were like intense. You got to be that person, or put yourself in front of your ancestors and like let them grill you, because they're going to put you in your place. The solar plexus chakra, which is tied to your mind and it's tied to your subconscious, your imagination, your divine feminine, it is pretty much what creates like the reality that you experience, right? And when we control our solar plexus chakra well, by being in harmony with it and understanding ourselves authentically through our emotions, and letting ourselves experience love at the root chakra, right? You get to understand how you need to be more gentle with yourself. You can be more gentle to yourself by literally being more honest with yourself. And we saw that with the whale medicine that was in the sacral chakra. It's also a moment for you to just kind of like enjoy the small things in your life, and just be in this vibration of like, hey, just being alive right now is amazing, or just being able to feel whatever I'm feeling right now is amazing, you know, and just being able to say that you love life, you love yourself, you show love in the smallest acts that you do. A lot of times we think like, oh man, you know, to love yourself you need to be, you need to really like, you know, make it big or something like that, right? Or you need to have a family and do all these other things. But what if really like treating yourself and loving yourself is just saying like, hey, right now I'm just gonna be present. Things are going on, but I'm gonna just take a second. I'm gonna do what I want to do right now. I want to read a book instead of watching TV. I want to go on a walk instead of having sex. Whatever it is that you want to do, if you do it in love, it is an act of self-love. And in a way, when you alter self-love in yourself, other people are going to have self-love. Self-love is something that has been taken away from you because it's so powerful. Like literally, it is so, I giggle because Sedona really taught me that. Like when you really love yourself, you will not tolerate anything that is not in your vibration. Like you will just not do it. It has no space in you. Something's always going to happen where it's always going to get flooded out of your system. Like it's so crazy. And it just comes down to just listening to that voice, that truth inside of you that's saying, hey, this is how I actually feel about whatever, right? And just knowing that like, hey, I have the option of being able to say I'm going to do everything I do in love. Like I'm doing this because I love doing this. I love tarot. Even though today's spread may look a little bit janky on my end, I feel sometimes, I love it and I wanted to read this way. And this is like a template that opens up so much, right? So you need to really understand that because of that, we're going to be stepping over here to the second card over in the middle. There's this energy of being in harmony and trance. And I actually saved the page for this card because I wanted to read exactly what he said. Equilibrium achieved. True harmony is the balance between us, our surroundings, and the earth itself. Physical and spiritual well-being, wise counsel comes from said nature. Okay? So that's like, whoa, holy crap. Like right now we just came out of the Lion's Gate. The Lion Gate definitely connected to collective, where there's a lot of people who are just like, you know, like I'm not gonna play this game anymore, right? It's this very strong energy, and it's all subconsciously being geared towards self-love. All right, the sheep is really telling you that. 31 with the turkey. Turkey is very resilient, and it's actually one of the totem animals of a lot of major people who have been recognized for what they do in the world. It's bold. It goes for what it wants. It does not take no for an answer. You do not want to piss off a turkey because they are not only delicious, but they are ferocious, okay? So you need to be in this vibration of recognizing that, you know, your mind is so powerful. And you need to be able to expand yourself past the illusions of matter so you can really get the treasures of matter. It's like saying you're really lucky and you have something that's coming your way that is super huge, and that can be in the sense of like someone gives you something, or maybe you just feel like you want to give your life to other people, like you like give your wisdom to other people, like I'm doing right now. I went to Sedona and I had those experiences, and I'm sharing my experiences with you, and that's my way of giving. And that's that vibration of like power. Like there's something about it when you give yourself authentically like that, without exchanging your energy in the sense of like depleting yourself. You find this inner balance that says, okay, I'm catering to myself and I can authentically cater to other people because I'm doing that. So it's this energy that reminds you to like react and act on behalf of other people. Not in the sense of like you want to be recognized for it, not in the sense that, you know, you want to make yourself feel better, but just simply for the fact of like you love yourself enough that you're happy enough that you want to give to other people. And that's definitely something that I've learned like throughout many years of doing just energy work. Is like sometimes you give, and you don't recharge, and you don't recharge, and you don't recharge, and you don't recharge. And that can be a limiting like lifestyle. That's something that's really like limiting for you. So you need to find a way to recharge yourself by just putting this level of saying like, this is my life, I'm going for it, I'm gonna do what I love, and when I'm doing what I love, I'm generating more than enough energy to give it to other people. I was coming back from Phoenix and I was like, I kept seeing my mom's face, and I just remembered something so clear about my mom. My mom had so much love, like, and her love was cutthroat. Like, if she didn't like something, if she saw a guy that she didn't think was worth my time, she would straight up just be like, ugh, here's another fuckboy. And she would just say like that, no, like, not even trying to even be a bitch about it. She would just be straight about it. And that was her just speaking her truth. She saw something, she spoke it, she was saying it out of love so you could hear it. If you didn't like it, you took a negative, that's a personal problem, because she never once was saying it to be negative. She was saying it because she saw what she saw, and out of love, she wanted to give you the heads up, right? That's a form of self-love. That was selflessness, and that's just love in general. And that power is so freeing, it's so balancing when we choose to make differences in our lives like that. The heart chakra. From the left, we have Two of Pentacles, which you can see there's a guy juggling infinity. And basically, it means that you have to balance not only like duality, but you need to balance being in the present moment, because he's standing on one foot while he's juggling. So he has to be like totally immersed in that moment to be doing that effortlessly. Okay? So you need to be present. You need to be recognizing that like the present moment is what's going to allow you to really align yourself with like the next thing that you're looking for, which is just the stability of the creation that's coming your way. Okay, it's not really so much that you're trying to still heavily create, you're just trying to stabilize yourself. But you also have to be in that position of saying, I'm going to make moves while I'm stabilizing myself. So it's a little bit of a internal external journey, right? Like you're like standing on this one foot, you're still moving whilst being stationary because you're juggling infinity, right? And how you end up juggling infinity is you're gonna have to start to understand that your fears are one of the most limiting things that are there trying to take you out. Okay, so if you're in this vibration of I'm ready to make shifts but it seems scary, okay, that's fine, that is okay, that's safe. That is a sign that you're ready to make a major shift in your life, and you need to follow that shift. Hilarion tells you that it's tied to health and healing, and Zoroaster will tell you that you awaken the heart, the fire in your heart, okay? So you need to be able to say, I know what I want, I know I'm afraid of accepting my power, and then recognizing that, hey, maybe I'm afraid of how matter will turn out, but this is for my health, this is for my healing. I'm going to stay present in the moment. I'm going to connect to my heart space, and I'm going to be able to grow from this. Like, it's a very powerful vibration of telling you, like, you need to grow from this vibration. And these two, it's interesting how Zoroaster comes out basically saying, I awaken the fire of my heart. And then Hilarion is essentially saying that you need to do health and healing. We need to overcome like the fears that we have. And then the root chakra was talking about all about heart stuff that has been holding us back, right? We're fearful of being who we need to be and embracing our truths, right? From the sacral chakra, and loving ourselves and saying it's okay to love ourselves and catering to ourselves while we give to other people. That's all part of the heart healing process. All of that has to do with the heart. And that's why you end up understanding from the ancients that there's this vibration of constantly trying to work on yourself, right? And by loving yourself and loving others, you're going to be able to open up more and more doors to your creativity and expanse. So then from there, we start moving up to temperance in the throat chakra. Let's see right here. There we go. So temperance reads as such. It's an angel that performs mystical rites of spiritual harmony, pouring water onto one cup and then the other. These are the waters of life, which flow from common source to all places of the universe. With one foot in the water and one on land, the angel symbolizes the integration of body and spirit. So we're integrating our body and spirit as we travel those lower dimensional chakras, okay? And we're becoming more what? Fifth dimensional. The throat chakra is the gateway into the fifth dimension. And then if you want to transcend, the only way you can transcend is by adding 5 and 2, which is your sacral chakra. When you're authentic with your emotions that the whale was telling us about, and we're looking at the vibrations of Antohai, we end up seeing, whoa, they're repeating themselves over and over and over again. You need to be willing to destroy these old aspects of yourself and emerge even stronger than before. It's one of those moments right now in your life that you just gotta wing it, man. You gotta do the vibration of power, the vibration of the land, the vibration of expanse, okay? The dark blue dragon tells you that it helps you to listen to the voice of the universe. Throat chakra, listen to the voice of the universe. There's no coincidence there, okay? Ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service, okay? By letting things that no longer serve you just be completely destroyed and harmonizing yourself, tempering yourself with the things that have been told from the lower dimensional aspects of ourselves. We need to know ourselves and have this profound wisdom to open up what we're looking for, right? Oshun tells you, I love myself. Again, I telling you, like, they're just repeating themselves. You gotta love yourself. That's the one authentic truth that the universe is trying to tell you right now. Love yourself. If you do that, you will see how things change, just like totally transform, and you will stay true and be in your power. All right? Whoa. Like, if you love yourself, you will be true and stay in your power authentically within the fifth dimension. All right? That's what the cosmos is telling you. That's what's going to temper and align yourself. But what? In order for you to get there, you need to go through these lower dimensional platforms. And it all comes back to this. Taking that issue out of your heart chakra by being bold, overcoming your emotional baggage, catering to yourself, finding equilibrium, and sharing that with other people, learning how to be present in this moment, overcoming your fears, healing by igniting the fire within your heart, so then you can then be at this template right here, which is telling you that you're fifth dimensional and that the universe wants you to just fully understand that you gotta love yourself and to be everything that you are. And it doesn't matter what that means to other people's perceptions. If you love yourself and other people's perceptions of you change because you love yourself, that's their personal problem. Okay, literally, because all you can do is be love. And from another person's perspective who cannot accept love or does not know how to accept that style of love, you're going to seem negative. Just like my mom, right? To some people, she seemed negative. To other people, she seemed like, wow, she was so real. Thank you so much for helping me, right? It's based off of perception. All you can do is be you. Embrace that and not bend that for anybody. So before we move into the third eye chakra, I forgot to say that temperance in the throat chakra that we just read is the number 14. So 14 in Antohai alchemy and the way of Antohai means love and light, or logos. So here we start seeing again, like, those cards in the throat chakra are really focused on one thing and one thing alone, love, and letting go of anything else that is not love. So here in the third eye, we see the 9 of cups. 9 has to do with transformation and evolving, and it also has to do with our soul, a beginning and an ending. There is something that has ended and there's something that begun, okay? The Warrior of Pipes comes up and it tells you that there's fast energy, there's strong energy, there's unpredictability, but there's also a lot of generosity. It's this energy of being able to say, hey, like, you've attained everything you wanted. That's exactly what the page, the Nine of Cups talks about. It's like, it's a man who has attained everything that he wanted in the material world, and now the only thing that's left to be in question is whether or not he's happy with himself and he's emotionally fulfilled instead of being fulfilled in the world of matter by itself, right? So that's the main lesson here for our third eye, is to recognize that what we wanted is coming. It's already coming from our previous reads, but it's not just about the matter, right? You can have everything in matter, but are you authentically happy with yourself? And are you sharing that with other people and sharing the depths of yourself with yourself? Because sometimes we discover things about ourselves, but it doesn't mean that we share it with ourselves. We don't embrace it, right? So right now, the third eye is telling you to fully vibrate in nurturing yourself. Mother Mary, okay? Mother Mary comes out here, okay? And Mother Mary came out up here on the far, on the second to far right in our previous reading. So even the same masters are coming out in our reading, showing us, hey, the same messages. This is what we have to focus on. This is what we're going to bring into our reality that's going to really help us expand as a greater whole. The earth and water dragon is creating a foundation for new growth, okay? Especially in your third eye, in your intuitive centers. Something shifted in your divine feminine. So that's what's coming up next. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Remember, abundance, you already got it. Like, what was the king on the top at our previous reading doing? He was reflecting and just basking in the fact that he has what he already wanted, right? So all he's doing is really nurturing himself. Okay, so it's a very powerful energy that we're already starting to hear over and over and over again. And I actually want to bring, I'm going to take it. What is he doing? He's nurturing himself. Legit, that's what he's doing. There's nothing else for him to be doing. There's a magical ritual practice that's happening right now in your reality. So take advantage of it, because there's something that's dying for your freedom. There's a burial for your freedom. All right, so you need to be opening yourself up to just embracing this change, right? Like, there's so many cards that talk about the same energies over and over and over again. Like, flipping over our previous reading, 6 of Wands, talking about how he attained what he wanted. Now they're reflecting back on each other. The aspects of duality and transformation. It's creating a new foundation. New foundations with the butterfly. New foundations with what? The world. We already know what's going on here, you guys. We have it coming through. Remember, we had judgment, like the final judgment was in alignment with another, with what? The whale card. We were seeing the same energies coming through and through and through and through, trying to allow us to see this higher perspective within our reality. So when we bury ourselves, like, burying ourselves is a form of purification. And Mother Mary is telling you that when you nurture yourself, you have to connect to the divine feminine. All right. The magic ritual is being conscious of the fact that you need to be strong. Okay. Your strength is what's going to open up the doors for higher understanding. Why? Because you're going through a high priesthood of your own expansion. High priesthood, strength. Let's just switch it up like that a little bit better for understanding. We are going through magic and rituals for a high priesthood. And the thing that's going to purify us and set us free is accepting our own divine power. Straight up, not really complicated. Being generous, all right? Accepting the fact that, like, it's not just all about matter. altogether. Standing up and fighting for what you wish for was another card that manifested itself in a lower vibration as well. So it's all these really cool synchronicities that are coming back and forth telling us the same messages. Finally, we have the crown chakra. So the crown chakra has 7 cards, obviously, for the number 7, and this is what's bringing our harmony. Here we have the 8 of Cups, and basically the guy is walking away from totally full cups of water. He was doing this and he got bored of it, and he decided to just like follow the beat of what his truest desire was, which was to find something new, and he's walking towards it. He's going towards that opportunity of finding something new. And this card is basically telling you, walk firm in this direction. This is your path. Continue to do what you need to do, okay? But while you walk that path and knowing that you are on that path, walking straight, right, and doing what you're supposed to be doing, because whatever it is that you're abandoning, has gotten boring and you want something new, it's going to bring a lot of chaos and confusions at times. But also the grouse medicine at 34 is telling you 3, trust the masters, 4, trust your intuition. Those are the most important things that are going to be happening. Now, where does the confusion here come from? It has to do with matter. This all has to just do with matter, literally. Matter is the only thing that's going to be shifting. You're walking the right path. You have all the riches. Everything you want is coming your way. You just have to recognize that you got bored of something old, and you're going to do whatever it takes to find whatever you're truly in alignment with. But do not fall in the traps of matter, because you know that everything in matter is shifting just so it can be this instead. All right, grouse medicine is telling you to dance with the vibrations of life while this is happening. Allow yourself to just be okay, I understand that things are shifting, things might be a little bit difficult, but this is what I wanted, this is what I created, I'm gonna go with that. And when all those shifts are happening, then we see duality step in, okay? And we start balancing and growing yet again. Our greatest manifestation already came, and now we're still transforming within that creation that we brought into ourselves. And we just need to stay in this love of life. And particularly the grouse wants you to dance. It says dance, dance, dance. Because if you can dance, you bring out this vibration of abundance, and this vibration of knowing, oh, okay, yeah, I feel good. I'm bringing all this energy into myself. It can be very therapeutic, but you need to be okay to embrace yourself. Loving yourself would say dancing, right? And loving yourself and dancing is saying that you're going to break old boundaries. If you're somebody who's I'm afraid to dance, or I don't like to dance in front of people, you're going to be, if you choose to make that decision or work against anything that's not necessarily empowering you, and you choose to be more than whatever is being given at you, you're going to come out on top. There's a lot of success energy here, but you need to go now. You need to be at peace going in that direction. And that's a lot of hardships for people, is the fact that they want to transform, but they're not always willing to say, hey, I'm going to go out, I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to go achieve that. You need to go in peace with all the other things that have come to us through the reading that we had today, and be more powerful, okay? Dusty Pink Dragon, it prepares your chakras to embody higher love. Accept the radiant high love that touches others with its flame, okay? So you're expanding love right now. Astar is telling you that all that you seek is found inside of you, and the big card is telling you that big change is here. Plain and simple, it's all here. You just need to own it. How do you stay true in your power? How you stay true in your power? You stay true in your power with that change by accepting love, by accepting your power, by understanding that's how you purify your life and you free yourself. That's the biggest change, okay? How are you going to find everything that you seek inside of yourself? Because you're going to choose to love yourself, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to choose to heal that while you're igniting your soul, all right? And what letting go of all those things that no longer serve you, right? You can't be having those energies that no longer serve you. You're going to have that higher love chakra that you're going to want to be sharing with others. You need to go share that with others. You need to go share that with others. That's what's going to give you equilibrium, all right? So do that because you're protected. You got that energy going on, and you need to what? You need to cater to yourself in particular by giving into this energy. Peace offering is catering to yourself and choosing yourself first. This is the ultimate judgment that has happened multiple times as we were reading. And then, yeah, the rest of these cards are just about the world, transformation, our foundations, creating a new peace offering, magic, nurturing yourself and being in alignment with yourself in your new world, choosing love to transform, going past whatever normally limits you, accepting source healing, and being bold with those statements. Remember, this all has to do with loving your soul and falling into the alignment of the cravings of life, or what we call Antohai. And Serapis Bey reminds you to open your creativity to love in your heart. And you're going to share that with other people and unlock more things in your reality. Sending you all my love. This was the massive reading that took me a while. Actually, it's taken me all day to do this, so hopefully it was helpful for you. This is not going to be the only thing. Like I said, it's not just this week. It is this week, this month, the rest of this year. We just went through the Lion's Gate into a major 5D vibration. The only way you're going to stay here is if you love yourself and you choose to love yourself, to love others and help those people move forward. Okay? So it's a very powerful, powerful thing, and it's going to be testing for a lot of us. And matter can be more than just money. Okay? Matter can be like having to have serious truce with somebody, or having to make the moves that you wanted, right? Or allowing yourself to be different in general. That's all tied to matter as well. So go with that flow, empower yourself. You got a lot of energy coming your way. You made it. Good for you. Like, don't let go of it now. Don't fall back into the old traps. Stay where you're at. Sending you all my love. Don't forget to like this video. Share it with your friends if you feel like somebody needs to hear it. Just copy and paste this and you can share it with someone. Everyone in the community is more than welcome to share these private Patreon ones to some friends and family when it is necessary for them to hear that, if you feel compelled to do that. As we help ourselves, remember we help others, and we have to be in that love vibration. So talk to you later.